Welcome back to the Burnabout Podcast, brought to you by Food City. Philip Tang back here with you. We're joined by Hayden Gardner, a part of the Lady Flames softball team, as they're just a couple weeks away from the start of their season. And Hayden, it's January, which means it's cold, and you guys have had a lot of practice outside. How's it practicing when it's just absolutely freezing, when you're trying to swing a bat or throw a ball?
It's tough, but I mean, it's good practice for the start of the season.
Sure.
And I think it does bring everybody together a lot quicker.
A little bit, especially when you're huddled in that dugout and the wind's just blowing in those early February games. We take a look at it now. This is your fourth year. You've done a little bit of everything. You've pitched, you've hit. Were you anticipating doing that when you came into college?
I was trying to.
Okay.
My freshman year, we kind of played with just pitching, but I ended up coming back into hitting. And I've always loved it, and I think it makes me better on both sides of the ball.
Okay.
So I really enjoy getting to do both.
Do you enjoy pitching or hitting better? Or about equal?
Probably about equal.
Okay.
I mean, I love little things about them both, but I do really enjoy hitting.
Did you do a lot of both in high school?
I did, yeah. So in high school, I kind of did a little bit of everything. Travel ball, I did do a little bit of both, more primarily pitching.
Okay.
But I like here getting to do pretty much equal.
What do you consider your best pitch when you're out there and when it's really clicking? What's your best pitch?
I throw a lot of changeup.
Okay.
That's my primary.
How does that ball move for you?
A lot of down.
Okay.
So
Is there a lot of some pitchers that have it more going out, or is it more just in changeup, all just straight drop?
mine curves more into a left-handed batter.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but
And then for hitting, do you take that looking like, oh, I'm also a pitcher, I know what to kind of expect? Does that you take that into your mindset when you're going to the plate?
I try to a little bit, but I do think with hitting, I think pitching is super technical. So I think hitting, I try to just allow myself to just go up there and swing the bat.
Okay.
I think that works out for me a lot better than trying to be super thinking about it.
Okay, sounds good. How did you end up here at Lee?
I mean, it was just kind of, I came to a camp. One of my teammates was getting recruited here at the time. And I came to a camp during COVID. Not
Okay.
a lot of schools were having things.
Sure.
And I really loved Lee. It was super close to home. And I loved Coach Russell. So when September 1st came around, I called her. And that kind of built our relationship from there. And I ended up committing just a couple months after that in December.
So how's it been with Coach Russell now? The 4 years, obviously she wants to win like everyone else does, but how has she been as a coach for you?
She's been awesome. I mean, there has not been anything that I haven't been able to go to her with. And I think she's really tried to make me kind of a complete person over the 4 years. So as I make my way out of here, making sure if I need job recommendations, she's kind of been there through every step of the process. So she pushes us more than anybody else, but she'll always be there, kind of like a mother figure for us as well.
Do you think the coaching staff as in general kind of balances helping all the team pretty equally?
Oh yeah. Her and KG have been a really good team. Bringing her in last year has been awesome, I think, for Coach Russell. She's been a great addition. I think they both help us in different ways.
Okay.
But they're great together.
So how's Coach Kelly Goldeneer is the assistant coach that came in? She played for Coach Russell well way back a little bit. But how has she helped kind of you in your game, KG?
I think KG is she's very fiery, I think.
Okay.
So she brings a lot of energy, which we really enjoy. And I think we really need, especially last year, I think we really needed the energy that she brought. So I think a lot of times we can feed off of that. And she is super defensively technical and working in offensive as well. So she's really good about reminding us things in the game.
Okay.
But I love the energy that she brings. I think that was something we really needed.
Looking at last year's team, you graduated a bunch of starters from last year. Lexi Scalzo's gone, Javaria Smith, just for a couple. But so how have you seen this year's team kind of step up? And we've got to find a new shortstop, a new right fielder / first baseman, Javaria. Just how has this team kind of step up for saying, oh, we want to take this leadership role?
Yeah, I think it's been great. Our freshman class is amazing. I think they're all really great athletes and they're really great people. So it hasn't been difficult to try and find people who are willing to try and step up and take those roles. So it'll be interesting to see come season time who is playing and who isn't. But
right, sure.
It is a really great group. We're really close, and I think that's going to be something that we can use later on in the season to help us win.
You guys are kind of like the baseball team because you've got a bunch of returners, but then also a whole bunch of new people that is going to be interesting to see how everyone kind of fits. And I imagine those first couple of weekends, it may be a lot of, oh, we're going to try you in this position this game, and you in this position this game.
Yeah, I think that'll be kind of where we kind of find our groove. But everyone's been super flexible, so I think that we'll be able to use that to our advantage.
Let's take a look at the pitching staff now, because you are, again, not just a hitter, but a pitcher. Lane Bailey, the, I guess, top returner essentially from last year. She pitched the most innings. Abigail Wellbaum was hurt last year, so she's back. Talk about this pitching staff and a couple of the new players, just how you guys are kind of working together.
I think that'll also be really interesting going into the season. I think Lane will be a big person that we lean on in the season, but we also have Ella Baker coming back, and she's been incredible. Mm-hmm. And then both Sadie and Kaylee have been amazing. I think the fall really showcased that. When we played Tennessee, you just kind of see, like, I think the little bits of, like, grit that they have. Okay. And I think everybody will work together really well.
I do need to ask you about playing. You played the Lady Vols up in Knoxville. Yeah. SEC, just an SEC team, but a team that made the World Series last year. What was that experience like, playing in that big stadium against one of the top teams in the country?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, they had a full fan base there,
sure,
and everything. So it was really cool. And then to get to play against them, it's some girls that we did play in, like, travel ball, mm-hmm. But to see them a couple, years down the road. They're big girls, so it's cool to play against, and they were really, really cool to learn from, I think.
You can definitely see, like, that step up and not just talent, but just athleticism and the power behind hitting. You don't think it's that big until you're like, oh, this is until you're playing them in person. So I'm glad you guys got that experience. We look at the schedule for this year. It's kind of an interesting schedule. You're playing a bunch in Chattanooga, but we're not playing on our home field to the end of February. What's that going to be like?
I think it'll probably be tough, I think, at first, not to have, I think, some of that home field advantage, some of our fans there. But I think that'll be a really good kind of build for later in the season when we are home a little bit more. And we're playing some really good teams early in the season. So I think that'll also help strengthen us for the end of the season.
Yeah, the Lady Flames will start at Shorter on January 30th. Really early start again for softball this year. And then they're hosting a tournament down in Chattanooga, so we're kind of close. You'll be able to essentially sleep in your own bed at night. But we'll go down there. We'll play 4 teams, and then you guys go to Young Harris, and then you go to Newberry, South Carolina. So it's going to be a while before we get to see the Lady Flames at home. So we'll be the mindset of you. Yes, there's to be a couple shorter road trips, but just being on the road all this time, like, all right, I'm not in the friendly confines of Butler Field. We got to get used to this new place and play it quickly.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be difficult. I think balancing a lot of things at first. Travel is tough. So being on the road that much will be tough. But I also think that's kind of where we get closer is on the road. You'll be spending just every minute with the team. So I think that'll be good. It'll bring us closer, and I think that bringing us closer is kind of what makes us play better. Okay. So I think that'll be good in the long run.
When you're all said and done with your career here at Lee, what do you want to do when you're finished being a softball player here?
Right now, I'm going to go into insurance after school. So I'm excited.
Are you going to stay here? Are you going to go home? Or are you going to go somewhere brand new?
I'll go back home. I'll move back to Atlanta.
Okay.
So it'll be
plenty of options there to hop in insurance. What made you decide you wanted to try insurance?
My mom and my aunt both do it. Okay. So I did an internship last summer. I ended up loving it, so I'll stay with them after college as well.
Any specialty of insurance, like home or car, or just general, whatever the company I work for will have me do?
Yeah, it's a wholesale property. Okay. It's a large commercial property.
Okay. How'd you end up with, is that where your mom and your aunt work, or did you just find that outside of that?
It's where my aunt works.
Okay.
So I just ended up liking it, and they had an opening, and I was like, I'll do it.
What do you think it would be like working with your aunt?
It'll be really cool. It'll be nice to have someone in the family there, but it'll be also cool, like kind of a mentor to have throughout the first years.
Nice. All right, before we let you go, just a couple of goals for you this season, in this 2026 season. What are some goals for you?
I think just like have fun with it. Okay. We have a bunch of new people, so like kind of figuring out where the expectation is, but just like have fun with the last year. Don't like try to do too much. Okay. So just really enjoy kind of the time that's left.
Are there goals for the team for this year?
We really want to make conference and a regional. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
kind of our team goal is
Very,
to
very
get
good.
to
Very
regional.
achievable goals. It'd be
Very
tough, but
achievable,
still
yeah.
very achievable because we play, of course, in one of the toughest conferences
For sure.
in the
Yeah.
country, in the Gulf South Conference. The Lady Flames will get their season going on January 30th at Shorter University in Rome, Georgia. Hayden, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck this year.
Thank you.